Hello, beautiful unicorns, welcome back to my channel, and this video that is going to be a review of the Meesha Lou Witchcraft palette that I have had in my possession for a while now, a couple of weeks I think. I have been using this quite a bit. I even brought this to New York so that I could actually really test it out and see how I really feel about it. I have used this palette 6 times now, and I've used every shade in this palette but one, but after swatching that one I will say that it reminds me a lot about the other one. So I will say that I have used this palette quite a bit, and I have filmed 3 looks with this palette, this being one of them. I actually felt really inspired by the palette. It comes in a sleeve like this, just looking exactly like the palette. You can see there is a beautiful lady on here, and when I saw the palette I was so inspired that I felt like I really wanted to do a couple of looks with this, and it ended up being 3, so I filmed them all, and that is going to be up tomorrow. So tomorrow there's going to be 3 looks with this palette, and it has 12 shades like this, going from a light to a dark, and it is not entirely going from light to dark and following colors. It is a bit jumbled up, but the color scheme is pretty much going around the same theme, so like the same depth, that's really hard to say in English, some of them being lighter, some being darker, so it does feel very cohesive even though it's jumbled up. I do love a jumbled up palette though, so I don't mind. It does have a matte black. I do love a matte black. I don't need it in a palette though because I have a bunch of them. It also has a highlighting color, but this one is a duochrome green, so it is a transparent base or a transparent white base with a strong green duochrome. It is what I have in my inner corners. It won't probably work on your brow bone, so if you do like a brow bone highlight you might need to pull in something else. I don't like a brow bone highlight, so for me that's fine. And I also like that this palette is, you know, taking it somewhere else, because a duochrome in the inner corners is something that I really like. Spoiler alert, I really do like this palette. It has 2 colors that could be, they're not duds, but they are a bit different from the other ones. The mattes work really good for me. I had no problem with the pigmentation or blending them, and you will see that in the tutorial portion as well, the one that's coming tomorrow, that I used this palette, and even though it doesn't seem to have a matte that is like a typical transition color, even though I don't really like using that term, these blend out really nice, so you can shear these out, and if you use a little, depending on if you use a little or a lot, you could use all these colors except of course the black one as a transition shade. I've used this one as a transition, this one I also started out with this one, this one only used to deepen up, but all these 3 could be sheared out so that they don't make like a choppy thing. You don't always have to start with a light beige if you want to do a look, especially if you want to do a green look. Why would you start with a brown? It makes no sense. This one works great, and this one as well as a transition shade. This palette, like I said, has 12 colors, and let me be more clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those are mattes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are shimmers. This one is a duochrome, and this one has a bit of a different texture. This one is a bit more, I want to say almost flaky, and I think that if you want to make like the best of this, you will need some either a tacky base or a fixing spray. I used this today. I have this in the middle of my lid with a fixing spray, and I haven't so far felt any fallout, and it wasn't hard to work with a fixing spray. But I do think that you might feel like it's hard to work with if you don't use either a sticky base or a setting spray of some kind like Fix Plus. You can even probably use some water. I always do that with shimmer shades, though, so for me that isn't a problem. But if you really despise working with either creams or glues or setting sprays on your eyes, maybe this color won't be for you. I really do like this palette. This one is a bit more sheer than the other mattes. This, and this are very opaque colors. They're easy to blend, easy to build. This one requires a little more building, but I do really like that it is a bit more, like a pastel shade on the eyes, which makes it very easy to match these two together and get a super nice green smoky eye, and you will see that when I do the looks. I also think that since this one is a bit more sheer, you can build it, but it can also be then used as like an everyday green look if you want to do something like that, because maybe you're like me and you want to use color like on an everyday basis as well, then this Cauldron would be perfect for that. All of these colors are inspired some way to the name of the palette, which is Witchcraft. And I really like this. This is a different kind of a palette, and always when you see a palette that has a bit of a green or a bit of a red or something, it's always like one green. But this palette has 1, 2, 3, 4 greens and 1 green duochrome. That is almost half the palette that is green. I think that is really nice. This one is a European indie brand. Meesha Lou is, from what I have reckoned, a makeup artist, and she created her own brand. She has 3 palettes, this one being the one that is the more unique one to me. She has one that is a very yellowy red palette and one that is more of a neutral toned neutral palette. Neutral tone, neutral palette. Actually, that is a good description because it doesn't have any oranges. They seem pretty as well, but they're not really my thing. Did I mention that I received this in PR? I don't think I did. I did talk about this palette in one of my new makeup releases going on the wishlist or not, and the company did actually contact me, ask me if I wanted to try this palette. So she sent this to me as PR, and I enjoyed it so much, and I got so much good feedback from you being so interested in seeing this video, so I decided to do a review of it. I really like the packaging. It is a cardboard packaging, but the magnet is really sturdy, and like I said, I traveled with this and I didn't have any troubles at all. You can see the magnet is sturdy. It doesn't have a mirror, but I don't really care about that. It's better for me to not have a mirror and just keep the price down a bit. You have some information on the back. It says it's made in the United Kingdom. It has the ingredients, it has the contact information, it also has the cruelty-free bunny on the back. It says it's 1 gram per shadow, which is pretty typical for an eyeshadow palette. I think that is pretty much the same amount of product as you get in like a ColourPop palette. I can even bring one of these out so we can compare them. This one has less than 1 gram. This has almost 1 gram. It has 0.85 grams. As you can see, this one has bigger eyeshadow pans than the ColourPop one. This is the She palette. So the Meesha Lou palette has bigger pans and more amount of product in the pans, and you see the palette is slightly bigger than the ColourPop one, so you know, like, size wise what to expect from this palette. I enjoy this palette. I think it's good. 32 pounds is probably a bit, I mean, it's a bit more expensive than the ColourPop palette, but normally indie brands that have just gotten started, to keep the quality up, they might need to keep the prices up, since they can't order like a really large amount of products, because the amount of products you order does help to pull down the price a bit. So yeah, all in all, I am really pleased with this palette. Let's swatch these colors so you can see. I will also do some close-ups. This first one is called White Witch. This is the green duochrome shade. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that at all, but it is a really pretty duochrome shade. What is this? Is this dirt? That could be dirt, but it is a pretty green duochrome shade, and it is what I have in my inner corners. The next one is called Pentagram, and it is like a burgundy shimmer, and it is very pigmented and smooth, as you can see, and it is a typical burgundy shimmer. This is the one that I haven't used on my eyes, but the consistency is very much like the other shimmers in the palette, so I'm guessing it's the same. Next one is Spellbound. This is the brown one, and I think the mattes don't swatch that good, but they are so nice on the eyes. You're gonna see that in the tutorial part. Sometimes mattes are like that. They don't want to swatch as good, but they work better on the eyes. Labelle UK had the same with their palette. It didn't swatch that good, but it works so good on the eyes. I mean, just look at Subculture. That one swatched like a dream. Didn't love it, me personally, as much on the eyes. I love that this palette only has 1 brown. It is not like super out there. I mean, it's not like it's screaming like, ah, but It only has one brown and I love that. Next color is Potion, and this is one of the two matte greens in this palette. This Potion is has a bit more yellow in it than the other matte green. I hope you can see. And like I said, they do work better on the eyes than they swatch. The shimmers swatch really nice, but the mattes, they swatch like they're like thinner, but they're really not. They don't feel like that on the eyes. The next one is Cauldron, and this is the one that is actually a bit lighter. I hope you can see the difference between these two. This one is a bit more cool tone and this one has a bit more yellow in it. I hope you can see that this one, I mean, it doesn't swatch that nice, but I did like it on the eyes. It's actually kind of weird that some mattes like don't swatch that good, even though they work so good on the eyes. This one is the Crescent. This is the shimmery green, like the mid-tone shimmery green. Oh, this was so pretty. I had this on my eyes in the new makeup releases going on the wishlist are not the one I had before I went to New York. I did have this green all over my eyes. Together with these two greens, and I really love the look. I also used a bit of the other green as well, so yeah. This is Crescent, and just loving these three green together. They're so beautiful. Next shade is Wand. Is it Wand? Yeah, this is like a reddish brown. Very nice on the eyes, and this is probably the matte that swatches the best. But yeah, I didn't have any problems working with this on the eyes, and I did use this in a tutorial that you will see together with the purple, and yeah, I really like this as well. Maybe this is a brown as well. In the pan it looks more red together with the other brown because this is more of a neutral brown, but this is more of a red toned brown and together, and it does sheer out to be more of a reddish shade. The next one is called Maiden, and this is the shade that I had all over my lid in my New York haul one of the days. Look at how beautiful that is. Super pretty, like a mauvish, reddish brown with like a cool tone sheen. Very cool tone sheen, which is very pretty. It's not bronzy at all. It is a cool tone reddish brown. Hard to say. It's not a brown, but it's more of a mauvey cool tone thing. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Let's just move on. This is the beautiful purple shade. It is called Dark Magic. It is a like a purpley shimmer that has like a smoky base. It is very pretty. I did use this in one of the looks that's upcoming. It's coming tomorrow, and it's very pretty. It's a nice purple, and I used this together with some Fix Plus, and it was so stunning on the eyes. Really loved it. Next shade is called Magic, and this is a duochrome. This is the one that I said had a bit of a different texture to the others. Oh, maybe you can see. It's a bit more flaky. I hope you can see, because it is not a bad shadow, but it's just a bit more flaky, and you are gonna need a bit of like a liquid of some kind or a cream to make the best out of this shadow. It is like a reddish purple teal duochrome. Almost like Max Blue Brown, but more of a purpley teal flip, which is very beautiful. And if you love a good duochrome, this is very pretty. It's what I have in the middle of my lid today, and it is a very beautiful color with a very high sheen. As you can see, these two have more of a sheen than these two that are more like subtle shimmers. These are more like totally metallic. This is also more of a shimmer, but very beautiful color. But this has a bit of a more different consistency than the other shades. Maybe you can see here on my finger the way that the duochrome is. I think it shows. Next is Broom, and this is the dark green shimmer, and this is also a color that I used a bit in the green look, because I used this on the like the outer corner just to darken the look without using too much of a black, and I really liked it. This is the same consistency as these colors. It is a more of a shimmer, while these are more metallic, but it's a very pretty color and I had no problem working with it. That's a dog. And the last color is Black Witch, and it is just a matte charcoal black. Same here, it doesn't swatch that impressively, but I didn't have any problems using it. I think I used some of the black in every look I did with this palette because I feel like this color scheme kind of like invites you to do something more mysterious and murky and deep and sexy, like a smoky thing. So I love a colorful smoky eye, so for me this color scheme is like right up my alley. So yeah, that is the color scheme. Let's go into some close-ups so you can see how these colors perform a bit more close up. Hopefully you'll see things even better. So that was everything from this review. Do you say that? Is that grammatically correct? Maybe, maybe not. I really do enjoy this palette. Thank you so much, Meesha Lou, for sending this to me. I was very excited to try it, and I have to say that the only like critique I would give to this palette is that the product picture on the website doesn't look like this palette. This palette looks better than the product shot, so I actually think that she should change the picture on the website to a picture that actually more resembles the color scheme of the actual palette, because the color scheme of the palette is better than the color scheme of the palette she shows on her site. I hope this makes sense, and I think that she should change it because the palette has an amazingly unique and beautiful color scheme that is something that I haven't seen in a palette before, and that I really applaud her for coming up with something that's not like screaming tropical bird, but still doesn't have like all those browns. So I do think that she should update the product picture on the website to something that actually looks more like the palette, because the palette is better than the product picture, and I think that that would help even more. So I think that that was everything. If there's anything more you'd like to know, if there's something you think that I forgot to tell you, do ask me down below. I also do put a lot of information in the description box, so don't forget to look there first in case the information you were looking for was actually in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow I will show you this look and 2 more in a upcoming 3 looks 1 palette video. Wow, this is really hard for me to say. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, buttons down below. I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Bye!